But it is still a place where people, you mentioned Unplugged, people come there to get away from the real world and relax and enjoy themselves.
Now, Amy, you know that I'm an investigative reporter, right?
Yes, hard-hitting journalism is your forte.
One of the times there I asked our historian at the Grand Hotel, right?
Yep.
Bob, I said, have you ever had to take a celebrity and pull him off the porch because he wasn't in proper attire, or she? And he said, it's true. Everyone needs to be in there, and there are celebrities that come by, right? And they just need to be like everyone reminded that there is a dress policy.
It's just part of the tradition.
But it's part of the charm, and it's part of you expect it there, and it's something you almost look forward to because so often we don't dress up anymore.
Mr. Musser used to say it doesn't cost us a dime to make people wear a necktie and dress up and feel special. And if you think about that, I have a lot of friends, and my son too. When he came to the hotel as a young guy, he doesn't mind wearing a coat and tie now because he grew up doing it at the hotel, and he actually kind of enjoyed it. He wouldn't want to do it maybe every night, but it's kind of it makes it feel like a special thing. And our dining room is laid out with a center aisle through the middle of the dining room, and that was designed that way 132 years ago because everybody wanted to check out what everybody else was wearing back in the day.
Right, you're
Victorian
right.
Gowns and things. And so it really is kind of a parade of people walking through and everybody checking it out, and that's still kind of true today.
I agree, yeah.
Now, Ken, I know that you guys have been so successful over the years, and I think you told me in an interview when we were in the Upper Peninsula that capacity last year was at 99-point-something%, right,
Yep.
for last year. All right, so people listening right now that say, you know what, I've never been, I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's now early April. What's the best advice if they do want to come up? If price is an issue for them too, or there's something that's a big consideration, what are some of the tips you have for them?
Well, the tips, go to the website, grandhotel.com, first and foremost. There's still opportunities while we get full. There's still opportunities every day, every month of the year, with few exceptions. The Lilac time is a beautiful time in early June to come out before schools get out, a little less crowded. That time period right at the end of August, right after Labor Day, wonderful time to come up to Mackinac. Again, a little less crowds on the island overall. And with technology today, everyone can do the research, find what's best for them. We have 30 different packages and themes and things like that. So find what connects to you. And we find that a lot of people want to come, but they need that little nudge. And that little nudge might be a murder mystery weekend or ballroom dancing or Labor Day, that little nudge of something that they're interested in doing on top of just the Grand Hotel experience.
We don't need a nudge. We'd like to come anytime. One of the things I've been intrigued over the last few years, because Gonzo and I have been lucky enough to come up opening weekend, is the amount of work you guys put into the hotel every year, the stuff you do every year. Don't you paint the entire porch every year?
We paint the front of the hotel every year.
Okay.
Which is monumental. And obviously we need some cooperation from Mother Nature. The last thing we do before we open is the red carpeted steps is new every year. And the last thing we do before we open, that's the last task. So when we see that red carpet being laid, we know it's go time and it's time to open the hotel. And there's a lot of other things, but I think the painting the hotel and the red carpeting are the two things that to us say, with Tiger's opening tomorrow, it's our opening day's coming, and there's those certain things that you see that you say, it's time to go, we're going to have guests, let's get this thing going.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to come up there again this year. Check out the new rooms. Check out the anything new happening up there. We'll be there, right, Amy?
That's right. It's always a great time on Mackinac Island. Ken Hayward from the Grand Hotel. If people want to get more information or maybe book their stay at the hotel, where should they go?
They should go to grandhotel.com or call 1-800-33-GRANT. But grandhotel.com is a great wealth of information, and come check out what you're looking for and then give us a call, and we'll look forward to seeing you all on Mackinac.
All right. We'll see you soon on Mackinac Island. All right. Coming up next, we're going to talk more about Mackinac Island, right? And then a little bit later, you want to stay tuned because we'll do Beer of the Week. All coming up next on Behind the Mitten.
And welcome back to Behind the Mitten. John Gonzalez along with Amy Sherman, having a great time at the Michigan Tourism Conference, an annual event, Amy, that kind of travels year to year, goes to different cities. This year it happens to be in Grand Rapids, so we're in a very, very familiar place and running to a lot of familiar faces.
That's right. We're seeing all of our friends in the industry and a lot of guests who have been on the show over the years, right? I mean, literally everyone who's been on the show, I think, is here today, which is kind of fun. But one of our regular guests on Behind the Mitten is with us now, Hygh from Mackinac Island. Welcome back.
It's so good good to see you guys. It must mean that the season is going to be just around the corner.
That's right. Your vacation's about to end, Tim, and you're about to get back to work.
Yeah, we hibernated all winter for sure.
Well, actually, I think people don't realize that Mackinac Island is. You guys are busy year-round in the sense that you're always getting ready for the next season.
We are, because once the season opens, once the curtain opens, you can't do the behind-the-curtain stuff. You can't build the sets. And even though that sounds like it's an artificial example, and everything's so genuine on the island. So there's genuine workers on that island today getting ready for the opening, around the 23rd to 26th of April.
And the Michigan winters have been so crazy over the last several years that it's probably been really tough for the workers to get in some kind of a rhythm, right?
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 days, for instance, the boat wasn't running.
Right.
So, as my contractor tells me with our new building, my work's on Mackinac Island, my workers are in St. Ignace. I can't get them here.
You're saying, grab a hammer.
Yeah. You go to work. I'll swim over, whatever. But
right.
But it's isn't it? It's just like there's like doing if anybody ever did a play in high school or college, they know that everything's a mess until you have to perform, and it's a physical mess, it's a mental mess, and that's what it is. A little behind the scenes stuff on the island. That's what it's like until that morning that you open, and all of a sudden it's magic again.
I'm laughing because we do know these guys really well, and when he mentions theater, we know a guy that's been in a national tour over here.
We do?
Oh yeah, Tim Hygh.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
West
about
Side
that.
Story,
yeah.
I did too. Come to think of it.
I was on a tour, yeah.
I forgot about that. I know.
National
That's
tour,
right.
West Side
That's
Story.
right.
Tim Hygh.
Well, I love what you said, though, Tim, because when we come up either before the island opens or like opening weekend, it's literally like there is lumber everywhere and construction, and then that next day I'm always like, what ferry came in here and cleaned this up?
The building ferry, the construction ferry, absolutely, and it happens every year, and it's it's mandated. You have to get your stuff off the street by this date and
be ready to go.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, it's America. I mean, it's a great, it's great American commerce, if that makes sense. I just love it. I mean, it's people working hard in the winter, spending a lot of money when you're not making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So you're betting on a good season, and so hopefully we'll have another one. Thanks to you guys, we'll have a great season this year.
Well, in addition to all the construction that you guys do on the island, you and your team are getting ready for all the great events that you plan for people to come and enjoy on the island.
Yeah, and the big one, of course, is the Lilac Festival, which you guys play a huge role in as our announcers there in Marquette Park.
Extraordinaires.
Oh my gosh.
Extraordinaires, yeah. And then this year we're even going to have speakers that people can hear.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Tim.
System,
No, we're also going to. We should live stream that too, really, for people to watch it around the state.
Wouldn't they love that?
Yeah,
it's America's largest horse hitch parade.
It is, yeah.
And it's just so cool because you've got 60 to 70 acts coming through on this parade. No cars, obviously, on Mackinac Island, and all these horse acts, and then you've got floats being pulled by horses, and then you've got the cutest little kids, and you got clowns, and it's just, oh my gosh, and bicycles. It's just
it is such a slice of America. I feel like it really is like the best parade in
and
Michigan.
You guys have a ball announcing it, I think.
We sure do.
We have a great time. Because
Father's Day. Come see Amy and Gonzo on the island on Father's Day.
June 17th.
The best part is when I love it when you give us the script and we have the order of the parade, and it maybe works 2 or 3 into it, then it just changes, and we're like, Tim, what happened? Well, on the island, things kind of just happen the way they happen.
They do.
So we're constantly
like,
I don't even know what act this is.
Well, actually, we have that fixed for you this year.
Oh, good.
How is that even possible? Really?
I think I know what he's talking about, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I like it.
But you still can't control someone showing up a little late.
No.
It's
an island thing.
But that is Mackinac Island. That's the thing is when you get on the island, you have to be on island time, and you have to let it go, and just whatever happens, happens.
Sing it. Let it go. Sing it.
Let it go.
West Side Story.
The only thing that will remain constant will be the ferries, because I've seen Tim Hygh here going, this ferry leaves at 5 o'clock, and it's 4:48. I've still got 12 minutes. We're good.
We can have another beer.
We're good. I can squeeze in one more meeting, right, Tim?
Yeah, one more
Buy
meeting.
some more fudge before I leave.
Yeah.
Well, what else do you have planned for this season on Mackinac Island?
Well, it's going to be a great season. We have some new things this year. People are going to see the Shepler dock. The people come in that way. It's going to look a lot different, folks. They're doing a lot of work on it this winter. The end goal, which will be in 2019, you'll see hotel rooms up above the dock,
What?
and the dock will be widened out so less congestion on the street, and more people comfortably situated between the dock and the boat.
Oh, nice! That'll be really nice.
That's going to be so cool.
Yeah, because sometimes that is a little bit of a backup there.
It gets a little congested down there sometimes. So that's going to be cool. On Market Street, they're going to see the construction of a new 19-room bed and breakfast called Mackinac House. And That's going to be open in 2019. So you've got those new rooms coming in 2019. And then this year, one of the great things that people miss on Mackinac Island is the old-time photos.
Yeah,
we haven't had old-time photos in probably 4 years. And so this year they're coming back with 2 shops. So we'll have 2 shops downtown for old-time photos. And then
great.
Mary's Bistro, they've done such a good job. They had Mary's Bistro, then they had the Draft House. And now, the outside bar that they have that overlooks the Starline dock.
Yes, yeah.
That's turning into its own entity called the Bayside Bar. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
You
can sit there and watch the boats come and go.
Yeah, and it'll be
fantastic.
branded, and you have your own thing there, so that's another cool thing. So yeah, I mean, a lot of cool things happen.
Okay, now on Gonzo and I's bucket list, well, it's not on his, it's on mine, is that we get an old-time photo taken together, because I think it'd be hilarious.
Every time we see one of those, she's like, we need to do that.
I want a photo bomb.
I want to be like Annie Oakley gunslinging.
All right, let's do it. We'll do it in June. Well, I'll see you before that, probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
well, before that. Now, the island will open, I think, the soft opening, right? Late April.
23rd.
And then the first...
26th, I'm sorry.
Yeah, then May, kind of like the big weekend.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby weekend is most 80% of everybody will be open by then.
Then Lilac Festival in June, obviously.
Yeah, Fudge Festival.
Fudge in August.
Yeah, in August. Yeah, and then the Women's Wellness in October. Not a lot of events because the island is busy without events. And people come up and make your own event and have a great time, right?
That's right. Well, and you can help people do that, too. You guys have your special cottage, which is actually getting remodeled this year right on Main Street, and they can come up and ask any question. Mm-hmm. There are no stupid questions, and you guys will help them, point them in the right direction, find the right tour. Yeah,
this is 9 years for me there, and I'm not in that booth every day, but I learn every time I'm in the booth, I get a question I didn't even think about.
Yeah. No, that's...
I would love to hear some of the weird questions you get, Tim Hygh.
The biggest one.
I mean, that are clean.
Well, on the phone, the one is, does the bridge connect to the island? Not yet.
No.
Is the answer.
It's all right. We forgive you if you didn't know that, but you just learned here on Behind the Mitten, the bridge is not connected to the island.
Right, and there are no bad questions, and it's fun. And so, we're going to get a new little booth where the old booth was, so people can still come in and get their information. We'll just, we're growing a little bit, so we had to put administration upstairs, so we built a little 2-story building.
Penthouse suite.
Yeah.
The director.
I don't know who will stay there. But the thing I love about your crew, though, is that, like you said, any question, and you can answer it, but you're also available by email or by phone. And if someone does it, because I had a friend last year say, we want to go, but this is kind of the price range we're looking. We want to stay on the island for the first time, but I don't know really where to look. Everything on the line's a little confusing. Your crew was able to talk them through it. They stayed on the island, had a great time at the price they wanted.
And that's important because some people have the perception that we only have one hotel, and it's an expensive hotel. We do have one incredible hotel called the Grand Hotel, and it can be pricey, and they have some incredible deals too, as you guys know.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of options after that. We have over 30 lodging facilities on the island, over 1,500 rooms. So, a lot of options, and our people know the prices. They've stayed at these places, and they'll help you out.
I think it's a great service, and I think people that need to just open their minds say, you know what, I do want to stay on the island. You need to stay on the island.
You need to stay on the island.
Yeah,
the island changes after the last ferry.
Amy, that's gospel. I mean, because it just changes. The crowds go away. Then you realize, you know what? There's no crowds. There really are no cars. And I can hear that horse now. And I can feel my blood pressure going down about 20 points.
Yeah.
It's an incredible feel once that last ferry leaves the island.
Morning when you wake up the next day, a fresh cup of coffee.
I usually wake up because the horse is like clomp, 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 clomp. Yeah, and it's just magical.
Not a bad alarm clock.
It is not. I agree. It's a pretty good one. Yeah. Well, Tim, if people want to plan their trip to Mackinac Island, or they have questions about coming to Mackinac Island, where should they go for more information?
MackinacIsland.org. And Mackinac, as we know, is spelled with a C when it comes to the island. Mackinac, MACKINAC, island.org. And that's the best place to go.
I love it.
You got everything there.
You sure do. All right, well, it's going to be another great season on Mackinac Island. We cannot wait to get up there, especially join us for the Lilac Festival Parade on June 17th when we are the emcees.
It's your island, everyone. Come and see us.
All right, coming up next on Behind the Mitten, John, guess what we're going to do? Beer of the Week with our good friend, Paulie B. from Gaylord, Michigan.
Hello, this is Tim Hygh from Mackinac Island. I hope you come and see us this summer. Get information at Mackinacisland.org. I'm with my 2 favorite audiophiles, Gonzo and Amy, and you're listening to Behind the Mitten.
And welcome back to Behind the Mitten. John Gonzalez along with Amy Sherman. And just, Amy, this has been so much fun. If you've been listening, folks, we're at the Michigan Tourism Conference in Grand Rapids. Wrapped up this week, but it's been 3 days of fun and getting a chance to see a lot of familiar faces.
That's right. A lot of people that our regular listeners would know and they've heard on the show before. In fact, we have to thank our last guest, Hygh from Mackinac Island. He's been